Ring Walk Danny in Las Vegas with the undisputed lightweight champ of the world, Devin the Dream Haney. How you feeling, champ?
I'm great.
Man, big fight. It's officially official. December 9th, back home at the Chase Center. Talk to us about taking it back home for the first time as a professional, 30 fights, and for the first time you get to take one back to your home crowd.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dream come true, man. I've always dreamed of, fighting back home. Now I'm going home as a challenger. It makes me even more hungry. I'm excited for it. I can't wait.
Chase Center, relatively new venue that I feel like was able to be built in part to all the championships that the Warriors brought in. What's it going to mean to you to be able to bring another championship to the city and, to be able to do it in front of your home crowd on December the 9th?
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a first fight in a long time that I haven't got booed. Normally, I've been getting booed for so long. So it's going to be a different atmosphere. It's going to be different. It's going to be fun. I'm going to use the crowd as, energy. And it's going to be a fun night.
No, I think the promo that Matchroom has started out with is phenomenal. We saw the video that you did, the video that Regis did. A couple things have stood out. Just want to get your thoughts on it. Obviously, the Regis saying that you manufactured, that you spoon-fed. Just your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because, that's the last thing that I am is, spoon-fed. If anybody got it out the mud, it's me. I started in Mexico. I built my way. I was email champ for a year and a half, 2 years, something like that.
Had to go to Australia.
I had to go to Australia to get mine, to get in this position. If it wasn't for that, then they would have kept denying me. They would have kept, trying to shut me out. So, if anybody is spoon-fed, it's not me. Manufactured, definitely manufactured. I was made in a lab somewhere, somewhere in the Bay. They took some of the best parts from this person, that person, some of the best attributes from that person, and put it into, Devin, and this what they came out with. So, yeah.
Lab made for sure, man. I love that. Well, just like you, he also has 30 professional fights. He's 29-1 with 24 KOs. I know that you are just really starting camp, but what have you been able to see? What do you think he does the best?
I mean, he's flat-footed. He's flat-footed. He want to just land a big left hand. That's all he got. He's very one-dimensional. So, I look to, handicap him with that left hand, tie behind his back, and see what he do after that.
Now, after your last fight, a lot of people were not expecting you to fight another southpaw. They felt that Lomachenko gave you trouble, and they didn't feel that you would go into a fight with another southpaw. What made you take the southpaw with power at that? 24 knockouts in 30 fights. Regis is cracking.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I beat the best southpaw, the most crafty, the guy that was, the matrix he was in, he was that. I beat him in my last fight. So it was a tough fight. Obviously, it was a back and forth, but I came out victorious. So I feel like all these other guys are food. I'll show that how much I learned in that fight going into this fight.
There's been a lot of I'm gonna call it disrespect from Regis's part. He's been very vocal, very outspoken in the lead up to. Why do you think that has been? I feel like you ain't really seeing this side of Regis.
Yeah, I mean, keep talking. That's all you need to do is keep talking. And on December 9th, I'm gonna be the one talking. I'm gonna let my hands do the talking, and out the ring, I will be after I'm victorious. I'll be the one talking. So I know that Regis is really a humble guy. He's really a nice guy, but he's just putting on this persona, which is cool. It's okay. But December 9th. We'll see.
Back-to-back pay-per-views for you, Devin, but on different networks. Last time we saw you out on ESPN, this time it's DAZN. How is it that you're able to go from network to network and, in a way, have your way, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm blessed to be my own promoter and to be able to jump from network to network to make the best fights happen. This was always something I dreamed of. It's always something I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to, work with this person, work with this network, this and that network, to fight the best fighters. So that was the main thing. That was the ultimate goal, and here I am doing it.
Does that kind of excite you in a way to know that your options are open? You are a boss in the sport, and you're able to maneuver, you know, any which way you can, or want to, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not every fighter can do it, but I want to inspire other fighters, you know, to do it like this, to you don't have to sign them long-term contracts, and, you know, be locked in for so long. You know, you can, you know what I'm saying, work the same way that I'm doing.
Now, December 9th, obviously you'll be showing out, but before you step into the ring, we'll see two of your fighters step into the ring, in Shamar Canal and Amari Jones. Just talk to us about the talents that they bring respectively, and, you know, being a promoter.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Shamar is, you know, a hell of a fighter, so is Amari. They're getting better and better every day. They students of the game, staying in the lab. So that's the main thing, you know, just doing the groundwork and just building.
Right.
And which I'm working with a lot of other fighters right now that I'm looking to sign as well. And that's just what it's about right now for me. That's a big goal of mine, is just building my company, you know, behind the scenes, and you know, adding more and more fighters, you know, onto my roster, to where, you know, Devin Haney Promotion can stand on his own as a promotion and do its own shows, and
right.
You know, have his own deal with a network, to where my fighters should be fighting on the big stage.
Now, one thing that I've noticed with them, you know, they're kind of taking, you're kind of putting them in a similar route to where that you did, right? And what I mean by that, outside of fights, they're training, getting sparring with world champions. In the fights, when they're not on your undercards, they're fighting in Mexico. Why is it important for them to kind of get some of the same experiences that you had to go through?
I mean, because sometimes that sparring is more important than the fights. You know, you're sparring these guys, these champions. You know, you will get way more experience sparring them than actually fighting a guy in Mexico, or fighting a guy who you knock out in the first round. You don't really learn nothing. You just build up your record. You know, I learned it, you know, in the trenches, sparring the best fighters in the world, giving them rounds for free, not getting paid. You know, going toe to toe with those guys, and just learning.
Now, last thing for me, champ, I just saw an interview with Shakur Stevenson from yesterday, I believe, where he said that he never said no to the 25%, that he was hoping to go back and forth, hopefully negotiate. Why do you think that wasn't the case?
He was firm on his 50%. I was firm on my 25%. You know, I gave him the 25%. First, we asked him if he wanted a flat fee. He said no. They said they wanted a percentage, so we offered him 25%. He said 50%. We said no, it's 25%. This is what it is. This is what we took. We paid our dues. We took the same thing, not once but twice, against George Kambosos. Then we didn't get paid like we felt we should have against Lomachenko. But you know, they said after this fight, you know, you'll be able to, you know. Well, no, we told them after this fight, we want to be in that position the same way that Lou DiBella and George Kambosos did. We want to be in that position because we worked hard for it. We sacrificed for it. They said okay. We sent them the offer. He said no. We told him, hey, listen, 25%, let's do it. He said no, 50%. So Ring said it's nothing that we can do. They're firm on their 50%, y'all firm on y'all 25%. But it is what it is. If he felt like I was such a easy fighter, if it was an easy fight, like he say, he was levels above me, like he say, he would just take 25% like I did and become undisputed or whatever it is, because he felt like it was an easy task. Obviously, he know what type of fighter I am, and he know what I bring, and it is what it is.
Devin the Dream Haney, ladies and gentlemen, December 9th on DAZN pay-per-view, back home, San Francisco Chase Center, against the super lightweight WBC champ Regis Prograis. Champ, message to the people.
Tune in December 9th. It's gonna be fireworks. I'm excited to, you know, go back home, be much stronger, faster, better at 140. I can't wait to show the world.
Now I gotta ask, just because you kind of showed to the camera, is that the Loma or is that the Regis? I mean the George. Which one is that?
This is the George.
That's the George?
This is George.
First
I ain't get the Regis yet.
Yeah, no, man.
I'm gonna do something.
Family, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content, or right here on our YouTube members.